The Realme C3 costs less than 8,000 rupees for both its variants, and it aims to shake up the budget smartphone segment by offering impressive specifications at this price. Can the Realme C3 carve out a niche of its own? Let's find out. Before we go ahead with the full review of the Realme C3, be sure to subscribe to the Gadgets 360 YouTube channel and click that bell icon so that you're the first to know when we have a new video. Realme C3 has a new gradient pattern called Sunrise Design, which looks nice. Realme C3 has a 6.5-inch HD Plus display with a 20:9 aspect ratio. This makes the smartphone tall and slim, so it's relatively comfortable to hold and use. The display gets bright enough when outdoors, but the viewing angles could have been slightly better. Face recognition works and it unlocks the smartphone quickly in different lighting conditions. The SIM tray on the Realme C3 is just above the volume button on the left and has slots for 2 nano SIMs as well as a micro SD card. The Realme C3 ships with a micro USB port, which is a little disappointing. The competition in this price segment has already moved on to a USB Type-C port, and I wish Realme would have done the same. Software is where Realme has taken a new direction. The Realme C3 no longer runs ColorOS like its older siblings. Instead, it runs Realme UI 1.0, which is based on Android 10. This is the first smartphone from the company to ship with Android 10 out of the box. And our unit was running the December security patch, which is acceptable. The new Realme UI is similar to stock Android, and I like the layout quite a bit. Sadly, there is still a fair amount of bloatware preloaded. Realme also offers dark mode, and it looks good. There is focus mode as well, which stops notifications from distracting you for a fixed duration, and it also plays relaxing sounds. I didn't like focus mode much because some of these relaxing sounds were actually distracting. The Realme C3 sports the new MediaTek Helio G70 SoC and is available in 2 variants. You can see the specs and pricing on the screen now. The Realme C3's performance is surprisingly good for the price. We did not notice any lag while scrolling through the menus and while multitasking. Our review unit had 4 GB of RAM and it could multitask fairly easily without needing to kill apps in the background. We played PUBG Mobile on the Realme C3 and it defaulted to the high preset with graphics set to HD and frame rate set to high. We did notice occasional stutter at these settings and the game worked better when we turned them down. The Realme C3 did get slightly warm to the touch after playing for 15 minutes at the high settings. This phone packs in a big 5000 mAh battery, which delivered excellent battery life. It lasted us for close to 2 full days on a single charge with heavy usage. In our HD video loop test, the smartphone lasted for an incredible 28 hours 20 minutes. The bundled 10-watt charger takes over 2 hours to charge from 0 to 100%, which is quite slow. The Realme C3 sports a dual camera setup at the back. The camera specs are on the screen right now. When taking pictures in daylight, the Realme C3 was quick to lock focus and did a fair job of metering light. Picture quality is better than what some of the other smartphones at this price point can produce. For close-ups, we noticed that the Realme C3 struggled to lock focus when we were too close to the subject. Once focused, the Realme C3 does deliver a decent shot. When using portrait mode, you can set the level of blur before taking a shot. The Realme C3 managed good edge detection, but we found the output to be flat. In low light, the Realme C3 produced average photos. These lacked detail and weren't very sharp. Selfies taken outdoors in daylight had a slightly inaccurate color tone. They also weren't sharp and lacked detail. Video recording maxes out at 1080p for both the primary as well as the selfie shooter. There is no video stabilization, resulting in shaky footage. In low light, the Realme C3 metered light well for a phone at this price. The Realme C3's performance steamrolls the competition. Realme smartphones have been consistently acing our battery tests, and it's not different with the Realme C3 either. Of course, the camera performance isn't the best, but it is acceptable for the price. Starting at just 6,999 rupees for the base variant and 7,999 rupees for the variant we've reviewed, the Realme C3 is an easy smartphone to recommend. However, we would have liked it if this smartphone had a fingerprint scanner and came with a USB Type-C port. So that was our review of the Realme C3. Now, what do you think about this smartphone? Let us know in the comment section down below. And as always, for all things tech, stay tuned to gadgets360.com.